This is Lilac Boots. Today I am Bunny Boots because it's Easter. Happy Easter to everybody, religious and non-religious. How are you? This is The Scroll. It is season 3, episode 1. New season, new year. What up? All right. First, oh well, I have my guest co-host with me again this week, Frank. If you wanna introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Frank Grouch of the West Philadelphia Frank Grouches. I am the co-host to Bunny Boots today. I do not celebrate Easter, but that's just a personal choice. Happy Easter to all of y'all, and I hope you have a great holiday.
Yes, so I'm gonna start off with the general news. First, well, this small piece of news is part of the next piece leads into my next news, but the first part is, so the Final Fantasy creators had released a new RPG on Apple Arcade. It's called Fantasian. So the article that I saw was an opinion piece, so I just decided to download the game myself since I have an iPhone that I mainly use for work. But because I got it, I had like a free Apple Arcade subscription. I wasn't planning on using it, but I was like, well, might as well. So I downloaded the game, and yes, it's every bit like your usual Final Fantasy game, and it's not pain to play. I'm not really a mobile gamer. Not really a fan of like mobile games. I have to be like extremely bored to just, like download a mobile game for me. And so I didn't think much of it until I did download the game, and then I was like, oh wow, this looks great. It doesn't look like a mobile game. It looks like they just took what you would like a Final Fantasy game that you would play on a console, and they just put it on a mobile device. So the game is really beautiful, like the article mentioned. And I only played the beginning of it. I like how you can do combos. For those who don't know, Final Fantasy is a turn-based RPG. So when you select the attack, you can select who you like the person on the opposite team, like who you want to attack. So you just sort of like scroll your finger across the two monsters you want to attack, and then the combo just hits. It's actually really cool.
Okay.
The name of the game is Fantasian, and it's on Apple Arcade. So, for anybody that wants to check that out. Next, so that sort of, was a segue that leads into my next news. So it's about Apple Arcade and Xbox Game Pass and the recent changes that they've made. So industry-changing shifts are easier to spot in hindsight, long after hundreds of little decisions steered video games into a new epoch. The parallel rise of downloadable content, post-launch patches, and in-app purchases happened over years. Today is different. A significant amount of change is happening all at once, and you can see it in real time. On Friday morning, new games from the creators of Final Fantasy, Hot Shots Golf, and Nier Automata, along with titles from some of the most important indie game creators, appear not on a video game console, but through Apple's subscription gaming service, Apple Arcade. Around the same time, Microsoft announced that Sony's prestige sports exclusive, MLB The Show 21, will be available for no added cost to Xbox Game Pass subscribers on launch day. Before we'd even had breakfast, multiple games and designers tied to Sony's iconic catalog of exclusives, along with former close partners, had dispersed themselves onto smartphones and PlayStation's biggest competitor. But it's not so much that games that would have lived exclusively on Sony consoles a decade ago are appearing elsewhere that matters. It's how they're making the move. Friday's pair of announcements are the most significant examples yet of the future of video game distribution, video game download subscription services. Since the late 2000s, the industry has broadly presented a subscription-based future similar to Netflix, suggesting we'd be streaming video games through high-speed connections with ever-improving cloud computing. Google Stadia launched in 2019 on this promise. Sony acquired cloud gaming service Gaikai way back in 2012 and launched PlayStation Now, its official cloud gaming subscription service, in 2014. Amazon is dipping into cloud gaming with Luna. In theory, streaming would lower the cost of entry, allowing people with a reliable internet connection to play new games on practically any device with a screen. Anyone who's actually tried cloud gaming in the past decade, though, knows that reality has not yet aligned with the potential. Cloud gaming looks worse than console gaming and still suffers from sporadic responsiveness issues. Parallel to these efforts, both Apple and Microsoft, apparently unwilling to wait for technology to catch up to their similar ambitions, have invested in monthly subscription services that allow players to download games. The model requires players to own expensive hardware, and the games don't load instantly. But here's the crucial part: the games work, just like they would if customers had bought them from the store. It just works is a classic Apple mantra. Now, Microsoft has shrewdly borrowed the strategy to great effect. On Twitter, some of our peers have asked why Sony has yet to announce that MLB The Show 21 will also appear on PlayStation Now, since it will appear at launch on its competitive subscription service. But that question assumes that PlayStation Now and Xbox Game Pass are the same. They aren't. Until a game played via the cloud is indistinguishable from a game played via local storage, streaming services will fail to offer as positive and seamless an experience as their downloadable subscription counterparts. That's likely why Microsoft's own cloud gaming service, Xbox Cloud Gaming, remains a supplement to Game Pass that's included in its Ultimate tier, rather than a standalone competitor. Sony has taken the opposite approach, gradually making larger chunks of the PlayStation Now catalog downloadable as well as streamable, although the service remains focused on cloud-based streaming across all modern PlayStation consoles and PC, and PlayStation 5 games remain unavailable at all on the service. Microsoft's and Apple's bets on downloadable subscription services would seemingly place them behind their streaming counterparts in the long run, but that's not quite the case. Their success shows that they're neither ahead of the curve nor behind it. They're simply meeting the expectations of their players. Apple debuted 30 games on Friday on a service that costs $4.99 a month and is often included in larger Apple product purchases for free. Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass Ultimate tier costs $14.99 a month and includes games on Xbox console, Windows PC, and Android devices, and will now regularly feature launch day releases from Xbox Game Studios, Bethesda Softworks, and even Sony, along with a rotating collection of more than 100 catalog titles. They're providing the best deals in gaming at this moment. Compare Friday's news and these strategies with other industry announcements from this week. Nintendo ceased selling a digital collection of Mario games for no greater reason than artificial scarcity, despite already hosting an online subscription service that could house the games. And Sony confirmed that it will be closing its digital storefronts for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable or PSP, and PlayStation Vita, with no clarity on how or if those venues or their games will be preserved, let alone be made available in the future. So yeah. All of these business decisions connect to the bigger questions about the financial sustainability of the subscription model and what it means when we cease to own our entertainment. The answers will shape how and where we will play games in the future. What's so unusual about today is that we're getting a glimpse of that future as it happens. So yeah, the article is basically comparing, basically the conversation that we had before, when Sony had announced the PS3, PSP, and the PS Vita games weren't going to be available digitally anymore.
Right. I remember. We were talking about this. So if y'all don't know, we were talking about this inside of the Discord. Sony has a really good chance to run and give Microsoft a serious run for their money with their subscription service, as far as the PS Now service, the PS Plus, and everything like that. But for whatever reason, they just won't pull the trigger and put the two of them together. Like, everybody knows PS Now has a really solid digital backlog. Like, it's the PS, 2, 3, and 4 stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't, for whatever reason, they keep running it as a separate subscription service than PS Plus. Everybody who's had PS Plus since the PS Plus inception in PlayStation 3 has been saying, yo, this would be a great service if Sony just merged it together with PS Now, because I don't want to pay PS Now and PS Plus. That's stupid. I'm not paying for both. I'll do PS Plus, which is fine, but if you just throw in PS Now, I wouldn't mind paying an extra little bit of money. You know what I mean? Like $10 a month extra for PS Now, I wouldn't be mad. I already pay, for a year, I pay $60. So you charge me, what, $10 a month, $20, that's too much. $60 a year, $75. You charge me $80 a year, I would not be mad at paying $80 a year, extra $20 a year for Game Pass monthly or PS Now. Wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't either, actually. But I'm assuming I feel like with all these changes, they're sort of like testing the waters. I mean, aside from Microsoft, I feel like they kind of got it down packed by now. But I think maybe the other companies are sort of just testing how much content and what they should offer if they're going to do the same model. Um, yeah, I think that's basically what's going on.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I think Sony's biggest thing is, I think now if they do it, it's going to look like they were copying. But like, who fucking cares? Get the money.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like that's essentially what I'm saying. Who cares? Get the money.
All right. Next, to be more specific, so Apple Arcade is getting did get an updated new games list. Apple's game subscription service, Apple Arcade, received a massive injection of new content on Friday, including the aforementioned Fantasian by Miss Walker, World of Demons by Platinum Games, NBA 2K21 Arcade Edition, and a new golf game from the developer of Sony's Hot Shots golf series. More than 30 games have been added. Yeah, I know, it's so cool. More than 30 games have been added to Apple Arcade, bringing the catalog to more than 180 titles. The lineup includes Apple Arcade originals like NBA 2K21 Arcade Edition, a new version of 2K's basketball sim, Star Trek Legends, which lets players build a custom bridge crew from 40 classic characters, and the Oregon and the Oregon Trail, a quote modern twist on the trials and tribulations of the road to Oregon, end quote.
Is it Oregon or Oregon, like Organ? Because there's a game, Oregon Trail, which is like Oregon Trail, but with zombies and shit, and I love that game.
Oh no, this is like the original Oregon Trail, where you had to survive till you got to Oregon. There's no zombies.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, they just put it on the in Apple Arcade. More originals are available, including the Final Fantasy inspired Fantasian, like I just said. Platinum Games' long-awaited action game World of Demons, Wonderbox: The Adventure Maker, Clap Hands Golf, and Taiko no Tatsujin Pop Tap Beat. Finally, Apple is bringing a long list of mobile game classics and standards to Apple Arcade, including Monument Valley, Threes, Cut the Rope, Fruit Ninja, and Mini Metro.
Cut the Rope was so much fun.
I've never played that game. What's that about?
It's so like it's so basically you literally just cut a rope. So like the concept of the game is you have to cut a rope to release a piece of candy into like this little creature's mouth. And you just cut the rope. But like the rope and the candy are in such elaborate places, you just literally just slice the rope and you have to get it in one cut. And then if you can, you get a bonus point. But it's just, for me, it's just neat. So.
Okay. Fans of classic puzzle games and modern remixes of classic puzzle games also have Good Sudoku, Flip Flop Solitaire, Really Bad Chess, Backgammon, and Tiny Crossword to look forward to on Apple Arcade starting today. The full list of new Apple Arcade games is available in Apple's announcement. Apple Arcade is available for $4.99 per month, and its games are playable on Apple TV, iPhone, iPad, and Mac computers. Apple Arcade is also included as part of Apple One's individual $14.95, Family $19.95, and Premier $29.95 monthly subscription plans. Alright, next is Alright, so China has been cracking down on you cheaters out there. The giant tech conglomerate Tencent and Chinese authorities collaborated to shut down what the police described as the world's largest operation dedicated to selling video game cheats. Citing local media reports, the excuse me. Excuse me. Wait. Citing local media reports, the BBC reported that the enterprise sold cheats for popular games like Overwatch and Call of Duty Mobile. Local authorities said that the group, called Chicken Drumstick, sold cheats to hundreds of countries and regions through a website. That is a funny name. Police reportedly seized around $46 million in assets, including luxury cars, and arrested 10 people in connection with the ring. The operation reportedly sold subscriptions costing as much as $10 per day or $200 a month for revenues of $76 million. This isn't the first time Tencent has collaborated with the police to bust cheating. In 2018, the company started cracking down on people cheating in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, otherwise known as PUBG. Police described the organization as the world's biggest cheating operation due to the large sums of money and games involved. Yeah.
That's wild. Like, hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
It's so wild to me that people put in so much effort to cheat at the game when they can just either not play it or
fucking
get good at it. Like, if I'm not good at a game and it's not like in my wheelhouse, I won't fucking play it.
Right.
Like for example, I'm not good at a lot of fighting games. I don't play a lot of fighting games.
Okay.
But Call of Duty, I'm alright. I could be better. I take the time to actually train to be better. Because if it comes down to it, push comes to shove, you put me in a tournament, and they're like, yo, you can win $1 million if you beat a man over here. Me, the guy who's been training, and him, the guy who's been cheating. We get in, they give us brand new console, shit is just stock. I watch him, just move off the trail. How come I lost, man? I didn't know how to lose. So I wasn't cheating the whole time. This is pure skill. So I don't know. But, whatever.
No, I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree. It's just the fact that they garnered so much money, they made it hot for themselves. Like, I can see if you just cheated just to win one game, but now they went ham and made damn near $80 million off of cheating. Like, come on, bro. All right. Next.
Hey, listen, can't knock the hustle, man.
I guess. All right. So, for all you Mass Effect fans, there is a unusual piece of merchandise for sale in the BioWare store, but it's not an April Fool's joke. Anyone with $35 and the will to spend it can purchase their very own Garrus Vakarian body pillow cover. The pillow itself isn't included, though. You'll have to find your own that can fit inside a 20 by 54-inch pillowcase. Based on the photos displaying this product, Garrus looks quite cozy. This isn't as lewd as some Mass Effect fans might have hoped, but it does look quite comforting, especially if you're a fan of calibrations. Garrus Vakarian first appeared in Mass Effect as Shepard's ex-cop turned buddy. In Mass Effect 2, he became available as a romance option for a female Shepard, and that romance can continue on through the third game. Garrus is one of the game's most popular characters because whether you keep him as a friend or choose to take things to the next level, he's a reliable guy who's always there to help out. Now, he can help with insomnia by being there for a big hug in the night. He's got plenty of reach after all. For those who prefer to kiss Garrus on the Normandy, the Mass Effect Remastered series is due to come out in May and contains the entire trilogy.
That's funny. That's real funny. Only because everybody's like, oh, getting a body pillow cover. Whatever. As long as you're happy, I don't care.
Are they supposed to be good for your back? I mean,
I don't know. It depends. I guess it depends on how you get one, where you get it from, and the type of style you sleep, and all these other mitigating factors with it.
Got it. Alright, next, so, I saw that, Nintendo released a trailer for a game called, Knockout City. Now, I watched the trailer, and it's basically Dodgeball Online. I'm smacking all of you. All of you can get the smoke, okay? I don't have a Switch yet, but if I do get a Switch, or when I do get a Switch, I want all the smoke. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I got a Switch. It's also going to be on. It's going to be on PS4 and Xbox. So.
Oh really? I only saw the trailer for because when I watched the trailer, it was on Nintendo's channel, YouTube channel.
Yeah, I downloaded the demo on my PS last night.
Oh, okay.
I just haven't played it yet. Yeah.
Cool.
Looks fun. It looks great. Dodgeball, super dodgeball moves. I'm all in.
Yeah, it looks very fun. Alright, so next is more news about it's a article that's dispelling a rumor about E3. And I'm glad it's not true because I would totally cut ties with these people. Anyway, the Entertainment Software Association, or the ESA, has seemingly U-turned on plans to put some elements of its digital E3 2021 show behind a paywall. Multiple publishing sources told VGC this month that the event organizer had pitched plans to charge a fee for some of 2021's planned content, such as on-demand game demos or a premium package with extra access. One source suggested that the premium package had been pitched to publishers at $35. However, in a statement issued after the publication of our story, the ESA provided additional comment denying it would charge for E3 content. Quote, I can confirm on behalf of the ESA that there will be no elements at E3 2021 that will be behind a paid-for-pass or paywall, end quote, a spokesperson told VGC. In an earlier statement sent to VGC ahead of publication, the ESA said it would deliver a free experience for everyone interested in E3 2021, but didn't specifically rule out paid-for features. According to VGC sources, the ESA had discussed bundling some parts of its consumer offering as part of a paid access pass, which could be for the on-demand game demos or a premium package with extra access. However, at least one major games company, VGC, spoke to express criticism of the paywall plans and suggested that the ESA had indicated it was willing to back down on the proposal. If its recent statement is accurate, then that would appear to be the case. As we reported in February, E3's organizer is pushing forward with plans for a digital event this summer and is attempting to court the support of game publishers. The event, which will rebrand as the Electronic Entertainment Experience instead of Expo, is planned to run for a week starting June 13th and incorporate 3 days of broadcast content, followed by a consumer experience powered by an official E3 app. E3 has always served as the gaming industry's uniting force, a moment each year where the best and brightest gather to release the latest announcements and game demos in support of not only their individual objectives, but to evangelize the entire industry, a pitch document sent to publishers reads. In 2021, E3 is much more welcome to the electronic entertainment experience, international, inclusive, innovative, irresistible, and in your hands wherever you live. E3 2021 is not an in-person event turned virtual, the pitch adds. E3 2021 is a vanguard and culturally significant digital tentpole for all corners of the industry and its consumers, from mobile and PC gaming to esports to watershed console and AAA debuts, all of which will generate massive mainstream attention, offer unprecedented secure game demos while accelerating your B2B, B2M, and B2C objectives. The ESA's intention for the 2021 show was to hold multiple keynote sessions from games partners, broadcast from an LED-clad live stage built in LA, as well as an awards show, preview night, and the ability for companies to schedule meetings with media and business users via the app. However, the key feature of E3 2021's digital plans could be on-demand game demos streamed via the cloud. The ESA wants to partner with NVIDIA to power the demos using its G4 Now platform, VGC understands, and allow E3 exhibitors to make their playable experiences available either to the general public or privately to press and business people via its app. VGC has requested comment from NVIDIA. Plans sent to publishers suggest the E3 app will include virtual booths containing content announced during the show, as well as merchandise stores and demos. It's worth noting that the E3 2021 plans still require the approval of the ESA's membership, which is made up of the industry's biggest games companies and who have significant influence over the direction of the show. And with the financial figures involved, there's no guarantee it will receive significant support. The ESA was already
outside Midnight Club, by the way.
Sorry about that. The ESA was already facing pressure to reinvent E3, with several major publishers including EA, Sony, and Activision having abandoned the event in recent years, and that was before 2020's cancellation, after which many companies such as EA and Ubisoft enjoyed success running their own digital events. And joining E3's schedule in a significant way still requires six-figure sums, though the ESA has reduced its asking prices by a third since the start of the year, and the broadcast time offered reflects this. Multiple publishing sources told VGC they expected to provide some content for the digital E3 event as a show of support for the ESA, but that they will ultimately reserve their main reveals for separate independent digital events like those held last year. The ESA, which is funded by and serves the interest of games publishers, would likely argue that a unified digital games event would grab the world's attention more effectively than a series of smaller shows. That's it.
I'm not paying $35 for E3 when I can get everything like free the next day.
Me neither. Not doing it.
Like, there's not enough. Like, y'all, like, E3 is cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really cool before the digital information age. Like, now, all I gotta do is let Kotaku get in there and give me a rundown of what I missed. And then the game trailers, the keynote speeches, everything will be up the next day.
Exactly.
If I don't have to be there, I don't have to know. I'm not spending $35. I can just wait because it'll all be up tomorrow. Like, I could just, you know what I mean? Like, that's a waste of money. And then any demo they drop, I know that's going to be live on my system the next day. Because why would it not be?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's your fault. That's stupid on your behalf if you don't drop your own game demo the next day.
That and
just a lowly game talk guy.
That and I feel like they're just taking advantage because first of all, it's not like they just became virtual this year or last year because of the pandemic. It's been virtual for a couple of years now. So it's like now you're just trying to be funny, trying to charge people $35 for like certain shit. Then like they already effed up anyway because last year when they made it virtual, everything was free. So why would I pay now? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Y'all messing your own selves up, and you don't know why.
All right.
You don't understand why we're losing viewership.
All right. This is my final piece of general news. For all you Call of Duty Warzone people, apparently there's some sniper that's breaking the frame rate.
The rifle?
Yes.
How so? I haven't heard about this. I don't use sniper rifles, so I wouldn't know.
That's fine. Alright, so a new Warzone bug is causing the title's frame rate to completely plummet, so much so that it nearly breaks the whole game, and it seems to be due to the use of a certain optic sight on sniper rifles. Excuse me. At this point,
I'm listening.
At this point, bugs in Warzone are not only unsurprising, they're expected. It seems that every time there's an update, a new game-breaking bug shows up, or an old one rears its ugly head. Now, a new bug affecting the Battle Royale game seems to bring down the frame rate to unplayable levels. The bug was first discovered by Reddit user EggyBread1, whose game's frame rate suddenly dropped to unplayable levels as soon as he equipped the Tundra sniper rifle. This happened while he was dropping into Verdansk, and the bug even stopped him from opening his parachute, meaning he crashed right into the earth.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Interestingly enough, after the player crashed and was put into the downed state, they were able to change their class and fire their assault rifle, which also isn't normal. Then, once the player in the video unequipped the Tundra and chose a different class mid-game, the frame rate went back to normal, making the situation all the more perplexing and frustrating. Upon further inspection by the community, it seems like the problem comes down to the bullseye optic reticle, which can be equipped onto any Black Ops Cold War sniper rifle. This has been confirmed and replicated by other players, so it's a pretty widespread issue. The bullseye reticle was added to the game as part of the Black Ops Cold War Season 1 Battle Pass, where players could unlock it at Tier 88. The reticle hasn't caused issues until now, so these frame rate problems are a bit odd. As of the time of this writing, neither Raven nor Activision have commented on the bug, so it's unknown how long it will be before the issue gets fixed. It's also unknown if this is tied to one specific platform or if everyone can be affected. Until then, players should be worried about using this reticle.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. This was published 2 days ago, so I'm assuming that it's not fixed yet.
I don't play Warzone and I don't use sniper rifles, but I will keep an eye out for the bullseye reticle because I was thinking about using it.
Okay.
So,
alright.
I probably should plug this in first. So, full disclosure, while we're recording, I'm finishing up the setup to my streaming studio.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm doing shit in the background. So that's why I said that, because I turned on my PS5 like it was plugged in, like I forgot that part.
Okay. So that's all I have for general news. You got anything you wanted to share, Frank?
General news. Outriders had a really sloppy debut this weekend.
Oh boy, they did.
So essentially, they dropped their game, which is great, and they've just been having server issues the entire weekend. And the good news, good side of it is, the devs for Outriders, People Can Fly, they've been real active on their Twitter account, just kind of like keeping everybody up to date, up to what's going on with, the app and or with the game and what's going on with the servers in the background. And they're just trying to get them up and running. People have been wondering why they would drop a game like Outriders that plays similar to how Borderlands does its co-op, and they made it so that you had to be online for single player.
That's a good question.
A lot of people are really confused about, hey man, can we get single player offline? Because at the very least, I can grind on my own, and then when my homies get their shit up, I can go in and it doesn't make your game unplayable. You know what I mean? Like, you do all this work for this game,
right?
And I can't even fucking play it because your servers are down. And so, and I've been reading on Twitter, the servers being down isn't actually People Can Fly's fault. It's Square Enix. They didn't allocate enough servers to the company to start when the game was open, so they didn't expect this much playability. But yeah, so now it's just kind of like, can y'all fix the servers, et cetera, et cetera. So, it's just kind of been a headache for all of us who've been wanting to play this game. But shout out to the homie Reggie, Pretty Rad Reg. He's been able to play it this weekend, and he's absolutely loving it. So I'm just hoping that when I get all this booted up over here, I'll be able to join him. So we got a green light.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
Current events. Oh, Twitch is in a mix again. They've got an issue going on with their content. So I actually just read this today, right before we got online. There's a new issue called the Twitch hot tub meta, which essentially is women are rocking bikinis on Twitch in hot tubs, and it's confusing. It's confusing to the arguments on two fronts. One, don't take this, listeners, as me saying women can't wear whatever they want. I'm not saying that. That is not my argument. I've never had that argument. I fully believe, women autonomy and everything like that. Do whatever you want. It's your body. I don't give a shit. But Twitch has been in hot water previously because they were shutting down streams from women who had on more clothes, but were somehow still revealing things, and they were like, we're not doing this, blah blah blah. And then it just became a big shit show. So now they're allowing this hot tub meta where if you're in a hot tub, it's cool, we're not going to bother you. And personally, I feel that Twitch should make first, if you're going to do lewd cosplay, that's awesome. Do your thing. There's an entire platform you can use called OnlyFans. You can get as lewd as you want. Shit gets nasty over there. If you want to dance around the pornography line, OnlyFans is your bubble. Twitch is where kids be at. I get that.
Yeah.
I understand that everybody. I really do. But there's no adult content tab on Twitch. So if my 8, 10, 15-year-old nephew jumps on, and I understand that parents have to control, if he's like, Mom, I want to go on Twitch, or Dad, I want to go on Twitch, or Uncle want to go on Twitch, I'm like, yeah, it's Twitch. Go ahead. I shouldn't have to stand over his shoulder and be like, hey, man, probably should be looking at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a small line. I'm really not, because this goes against everything I stand for. I'm not saying that Twitch needs to automatically make it so there's a rule, but if you're allowing content that can be considered lewd or considered adult content, if depending on who you look at, you got to make balance for it, man. And it just, I don't know. It's a weird thing. And again, I'm not trying to say that women can't do whatever they want. Do whatever you want. Wear whatever you want. I don't care. But there are other platforms than Twitch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Y'all not doing this shit on YouTube. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If you are, cool. But at the end of the day, I mean, there are other platforms if you want to do this. That's all I'm saying. It gets weird. I don't know, man. It's a lot of gray area and shit. You know what I mean? If it's cosplay, you're playing the game, all right. But then it's Yeah, I mean, like it's weird. It's a lot of gray area, and again, I don't care that they're gaming in bikini tops and whatnot with the yiddies out. It's fine. It's just they're not even gaming. They're just like in a hot tub with the yiddies out, and it's not. I don't know. Who am I?
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. My beef with is I was reading the article while you were talking, and like my whole thing with this is that, yeah, like you said, my whole thing, like my beef right now with this is that if they're just sitting in the hot tub and they're not doing anything having to do with gaming, then I don't think it should be there. Which you can say, but then it's like it was like what I was saying before we started recording. There's a lot of other shit on Twitch that has nothing to do with gaming at all, which I also think shouldn't be there either. You know, so with this, it's just like I feel like if I don't know, say if someone wanted to dress as Chun-Li and just sit in a hot tub or whatever, then fine. At least Chun-Li is a Street Fighter character. That has something to do with gaming. But if they're just getting in a bikini and just sitting in a hot tub and they're not talking about anything, then it's like, all right, well, this doesn't really have anything to do with gaming. And yeah, I agree, there's another platform called OnlyFans where they can do that. And I think that it should be that. I also think that if someone, I will say though, I think someone is a Twitch partner or if they're a Twitch affiliate and they do have a streaming channel and they just decide to do that on the side, then yeah, I think that's okay too, because at least they're gaming still. But if it's just like people, they're literally just, you know, being in a bikini in a hot tub and then just deciding to make a channel, I mean, I think that's when they're like taking it a bit too far. I will also say in their defense, well, actually, no, not even their defense. This is actually against them. If you're one of the people that got their channel shut down because they were playing a game, but they were playing a game with like their shirt off or something, then I feel like your channel should be back up if they're going to allow this. Your channel should be back up, because at least if you were playing a game at the time, like if you were trying to be like lewd or scantily clad or whatever while you were playing the game, then I feel like your channel should be back up if they're going to allow this. If they take this down, then fine. But if they're going to allow this and they're not even gaming at all, then all those other women that got their channel shut down, they should be back up again, because that's not fair. That's
Agreed.
that's really not
agree
fair.
With you. 100%. Yeah, I'm not. It's just it's such a weird thing, because like I get that, you know, people want views or whatever,
right?
But like the hot tub meta is confusing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because what do you like? What is the purpose? Like, what is the reason? What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. And I get it. I guess you want views, but like, I don't know. Who am I, right?
Also, well, no, I mean, you have a right to opinion, but my thing is that if they're also going to do this, if Twitch is going to allow this, then they need to make, like a not safe for work like area of that site. Then, because also they really should make the not safe for work site just for people that curse if you really want to go there.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Like, put me on an SFW channel. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, right.
I'm fine with
that. Right. So they should make it. If they wanna start this, then they're gonna have to make some changes, because it's like this weird ass gray area right now because of this. And like you said, I didn't even know about this until you brought it up. But they're gonna have to make some changes and quick, because this is gonna be a problem. I can see it right now. Like, I can see it. Yeah. So you don't have anything else, do you?
Nah, I don't have anything. I'm good.
Alright, so that's it for the general news. And we will be right back with our new games of the month and our video game anniversaries. And we're back. Welcome back. So now we're gonna well, actually, quick shout out. I want to give a quick shout out to my original co-host, Kajo News. Listen, man. We had a great conversation yesterday. Don't stress yourself out. I'm glad you're getting things back on track. And you know, you're always welcome to come back on the show. Just, you know, text me, whatever. All right. So first, the free games of the month for April 2021 for the PlayStation consoles. First is Oddworld Soulstorm for the PS5. Days Gone for the PS4 and Zombie Army 4 Dead War for the PS4.
Ooh.
Yeah, so all of these will be available on the PS4 for this month.
April.
I mean, sorry, PS Now for April this month. Yes. All right, next. So for Xbox people, the Xbox Live Gold and the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers will get 4 free games in April as part of Microsoft's Xbox Games with Gold program. Next month's games will roll out on April 1st with Games Farm's action role-playing game Vikings Wolves of Midgard for Xbox One and Capcom's flying shooter Dark Void for Xbox 360. All of April's games with Gold games are playable on Xbox Series X through backward compatibility. Also coming in April are racing game Big Ben Interactive's Truck Racing Championship and Konami's Contra Series spinoff Hardcore Uprising. Both titles will be available on April 16th. Alright, so just so you guys got it, here's the full April 2021 lineup for games with Gold. Vikings Wolves of Midgard will be available from now to April 30th. Truck Racing Championship will be available April 16th to May 15th. Dark Void will be available from now to April 15th. And Hardcore Uprising will be available from April 16th to April 30th. Yes. So there's that. And now we're going to go to our video game anniversary. So there actually weren't any for today. But since I skipped a whole week basically, I'm just going to start from April 1st. So there weren't that many these past couple days either actually. Alright, so on April 1st, 22 years ago in 1999, Saga Frontier 2 for the PS1 was released in Japan. Next, on April 1st, 16 years ago in 2005, Shin Sun Goku Musou 3 Hyper or Dynasty Warriors 4 Hyper for the PC was released that day in Japan.
Nice.
On April 1st, 11 years ago in 2010, Etrian Odyssey 3, The Drowned City for the DS was released that day in Japan. On April 1st, 23 years ago in 1998, 1080 Snowboarding for Nintendo 64 was released that day here in America. Now to April 2nd, 6 years ago in 2015, Xenoblade Chronicles 3D for the new Nintendo 3DS was released that day in Japan and Europe. And 27 years ago, on April 2nd in 1994, Final Fantasy VI for the Super Famicom was released that day in Japan. Alright, so since this is a new season, Season 3, Episode 1, I kind of wanted to do a new segment. I'm basically inviting any and all gamers to come on the show and just answer a few questions. If they want to be interviewed completely, that's totally fine with me. I just wanted to ask maybe 2 or 3 questions, sort of introspective, not the usual questions. I'll try to ask something that will really make you think. So since Frank is here, he's volunteered to be the first person. So, alright Frank, here's a question. If you could erase 4 video games from your memory so you can relive that amazing experience, what would they be?
Chrono Trigger, number 1. I was muted this whole time.
Oh.
Let me see. Earthworm Jim. Number 2.
I remember when that came out.
Resident Evil. And the original Spider-Man. Just so I could do it all over again.
The original for what? The PS4?
PS4, yeah. Spider-Man PS4.
Wow. That's pretty recent.
I like the story, and like it's hard to play the game over and over. Because like I beat it once, and it's like, well, I know the story, so I'm just gonna like skip through everything. But like I wouldn't be mad if I saw that story again. Like it was fun to me. So.
Okay. Two more questions for you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had to stop playing a game because it was too scary?
No.
All right. Follow up question: is there any game that you think is scary at all?
Yeah, I mean there are scary games. It's just I'm not gonna play.
I mean, to
Like I
you,
don't like.
like scary to you.
Um. mm, Evil Within was pretty scary when I started playing it. Um.
It looks scary. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a pretty scary game. Not gonna lie.
I'll
But like
never
not
play
to
a
me.
horror
Like
game.
Outlast. Like the concept of Outlast isn't scary. Like the game Outlast isn't scary, but being in there with no melee weapon is weird. But like it's all jump scares. So
Yeah, like you
like
can't fight back. You literally have to just run.
yeah, and, like, to me that's not. That's not a. I get that it's scary in a
Mm-hmm.
sense, but like I'm not a fan of that personally. Like at least I'm not. I don't see how it makes sense that he would go in there in a situation such as that with not a weapon on hand. Like that's stupid to me.
Yeah, that's really
I don't
weird.
know.
Or either that, or
Maybe I'm
you,
just
or
overthinking it.
yeah, I guess makes sense. But what's his name streaming it is like hilarious.
The Rock
Um,
Jones stream.
no, Breadman.
Oh yeah, Breadman doing Outlast is funny too. Yeah,
All
totally
right.
agree.
Final question: what's your favorite fighting class? Warrior, mage, or rogue, and why?
Warrior, mage, rogue.
Or if you had to pick
Probably a
one.
mage. Like if we're using just those three, it'd probably
Mm-hmm.
just be the mage because I can cast crazy spells. I can still teach myself a little bit of hand-to-hand combat,
Mm-hmm.
but it would have to be the mage. Like the rogues, it used to be rogue when I was growing up because stealth was always cool. But like I learned that I could just if I could sit back and still stealth you with like magic,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be upset. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So
Understandable. All right. So that's it for the questions that I had. If anybody else would like to be interviewed or would like to be asked similar questions, please don't be afraid to hit me up. My Twitter is Lilac Boots. On Twitch I'm Lilac Boots. Yeah, that's about it. Frank. Frank has a
oh,
Twitter.
it's Frank Crouch everywhere.
Yep, Frank Grouch on Twitch, Frank Grouch on Twitter. Yeah.
Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. It's all over the place, man. Frank Crouch.
Yes. All right. Thank you all for listening. Just quick shout out to Austria. I recently gained a a stream from there, so thanks so much for listening.
Nice.
Yeah. Shout out to that country. Yeah, thank you all so much, and I'll try to be back again next week or the week after. Can't make any promises with my crazy schedule. All right. I will see you all later. Have a great day.
See you later, Boots. Thanks for having me.
No problem.